going on, everybody? Hope you're having a horrible day. Hope you're tired and not ready to look at charts. What's up, guys? Just staying with the early chat theme there. Texas is a fine state. Now, let's not get crazy, John. Let's not get crazy. All right. Well, our euro dollar scalp on the 5-minute worked out beautifully last night on both Forex and futures. Let me get up here to our Express funded account. Our Express funded account now stands at almost $2,200. So we're just tracking on that really well. We will use our 10-minute continuation scalp play here again today. See how that goes. We will risk just a very small amount on that. The I did try to scalp a little bit last night on the combine, and it is currently down back under 4%. So I'm gonna try and pull that back up a little bit later today. I have a free reset from Top Step that I won on this, and so it expires on I don't know, I think sometime this week. So I'm trying to figure out if let's say I get down another 1% on this account, let's say today or tomorrow. Do I let that free reset just go, or should I YOLO? Should I YOLO a trade on the combine, the second combine? I mean, there's no time limit, so I don't really feel like YOLOing, but I also don't want to just let a free reset pass without using it. So I don't know what to do. Maybe I buy another combine and YOLO it. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. So anyway, we're waiting on this first 10-minute candle to print. Crazy end of the week last week with the indices just shooting off. I mean, just absolutely shooting off at the end of last week. I mean, just ripped and would not slow down. NQ, ES, just ripped all-time highs, still above all-time highs. We opened a gap higher and have pushed higher. ES still trying to push higher. NQ also looking like it's trying to make new all-time highs again today. So kind of crazy times to look at all that. You look at a move like that and you're like, God, how come I did not make money on that? And I did make money on that, but not as much as I should have, right? It's like, this is insane. Especially the afternoon power hour just continually ripped higher, and I think everybody was expecting the power hour to get a retrace after this massive move in the morning, and it just kept going higher, finally closing basically right at its high. So it was pretty awesome. But yeah, everything's going well. The Bespoke Phase 2 account is at 3%, so we basically just need 2% more to pass. We need another 2% on the Bespoke account to get 10K in funding from Bespoke and continue on with our 10K to max funding challenge there. We dropped down a little bit, like I said, on this combine. We're back under 4%, so that kind of sucks. But we'll see. I mean, it's a long week. It's a long trading day, and we'll try to pull that back up and get it back up closer to that 5-6. We got to get to 6%. So we're still above halfway. But we do have trailing drawdown that we have to work with here through the combine. So I've got to manage that. So that's why I was talking about YOLOing on getting the free reset on the combine. If it drops down and gets close to that trailing drawdown amount, it may be worth YOLOing to try to get it back up. And then if it doesn't, then you have the free reset in your back pocket. So we'll see about that. We'll see how that goes. Not talking about any theme, Cisco. I'm just letting you and John just have your fun, man. There's no theme. There is no theme. Going to lose every trade I take today. That's the plan. The plan is to lose every trade I take. So about one more minute on this ES trade. Let me get my lines set up here. I don't really like that it's so bullish after being so bearish all night, but we're gonna roll it. Lockcock, and we'll do a buy stop. Oh, let me get that down one more tick. And then we'll get on the 10-minute time frame here, and we'll set up our buy stop here. One tick below, one tick above, 1 to 1. And we are on, this is the, so we're only going to risk 225 here. Basically a quarter. And then on the express funded, maybe even less than that. Just one lot or one contract. Nah, we'll do two. It's 150. It's fine. Buy a stop on there. All right, we'll see how it works out. We'll let it play. The one thing that I do see here is that you have run some sell side liquidity now. And you're going to want to see a quick expansion back up to these highs. But you're definitely currently in a downtrend. So this fair value gap was violated on the 30-minute. Let's see. Higher time frame, 1 hour's in a small little uptrend here. Did break and close below. We're coming back up into this breaker block right here. So you had a breaker, you ran old highs, and then you've now broken through that. So it's going to be interesting to see. You're going to need some very quick aggressive action, I think, on this scalp to for it to play out. I mean, that is where the liquidity rests on the buy side, so maybe it's an inducement play before it wants to go short again, but we'll see. We'll just let it run. This is the mechanical nature of a time-based continuation move, is that you're not thinking about anything other than just letting the numbers play out, letting the trade play out, and knowing that over a fairly large sample size, an entire year's worth of sample size, that this does indeed become profitable over the long term. How was everybody's weekend? Sir Beerson, welcome in. Didn't see you in there. Do you have to use a reset before you hit the drawdown limit? You don't have to use it, I don't think, but you can. I mean, I think you can use the reset anytime you want to reset the account. So, but I would assume you would do it if you hit the drawdown limit, or you're in danger of hitting the drawdown limit. You can YOLO a trade, right? And if you basically, I guess the free reset is tempting in that you're that close to drawdown already. So if you're super close to it, YOLO it, and you're not in any danger of really being out an additional reset fee. You can just reset the count to 0 and start over. Free resets with a deadline encourage gambling behavior. Oh, that's exactly what they do, John. That is exactly why they are giving away so many free resets, because they are banking on people knowing they have a lifeline in their back pocket, and so they can definitely encourage them to continue with their risky trading behaviors. If you hit drawdown limit, can you then not? Oh, no. The free reset is there for basically if you hit your drawdown limit. Like if you hit it, you can use your free reset. Now, here's the thing. If you're on Top Step, and let's say, because you have to pay a monthly subscription on Top Step. So if you're on a monthly subscription and that subscription date is about to roll over, don't use your free reset, because you're going to get charged again. And when you get charged, let's say you have violated the account, right? You've hit the drawdown rule, the max drawdown loss limit, and your subscription period comes back around. If you use your free reset, you're still going to get subscribed. That subscription fee is still going to hit. So wait for that subscription fee to hit, because it's going to reset your account if it's violated the drawdown rule. When that subscription fee resets, it resets that account to 0 automatically. So if you use your free reset right before, then you've wasted that free reset. Now, if there's a time limit on that reset, it's use it or lose it. So that's kind of the drawdown. That's why they put the time limit on the reset when you can use it. You have a certain amount of time to use it, so that you'll go in, buy a combine challenge, YOLO it, use the free reset, and you've just purchased a new combine challenge. So let's see what's going on here. 15 minutes in. I mean, a nice big bullish move up, so that's nice. If we can leave behind a nice fair value gap right here, that would be a good sign for this trade to indeed work out. So what are the indexes doing? ES making all-time highs again, just punched through, it appears, to a new all-time high. Let's see, that was 48.87 3/4. It's right at it. No new all-time highs yet, but in the sights. Take out the 15-minute high here. Hopefully we can keep this big 15-minute bullish momentum going. Never mind, you explained it now. Big squeezes incoming, in my opinion. I mean, you definitely think that this needs to get backfilled somehow. This is the new week start here. So this is the Sunday night open. And so your Asian session is right here. And it's just been really choppy. It hasn't given any sign that it wants to come back down to the previous week open or the previous week close. So, and if you look at real-time trading hours or regular trading hours, not real-time, regular. This was where's the Friday close? So price is way up here. Here's your regular trading hour current gap, right? And that was followed by last week's, or that was Thursday's. Everything's gapping up and not ever coming back down to the gap. So you had a gap up Wednesday, didn't come back. Gap up Thursday, didn't come back. We have a gap up Friday into the weekend. what's it going to do? I mean, there's no reason to think it has to come back down, right? So, but it does appear heavy here, and with the NAS not making a new high currently, and ES making new highs, while it's not crazy higher, it's definitely ES taking out highs that the NAS hasn't. So could be some SMT, could be a short squeeze incoming, could be some profit taking after such a big, strong, healthy run. We'll have to wait and see. Let price action kind of tell us where it wants to go. So this 15-minute candle, first 5 minutes about to close on this first 15-minute candle, and could be peaking out here. Could be putting in a lower high here off of these. There is still some liquidity above this old swing high, so but it does look like it could be topping out right here on the 5 minute. Don't want to see this 15-minute just reverse rapidly and fill in that whole first 15-minute candle. That would be bad news. That would be a heavy rejection on the 30-minute. 30-minute has broken structure, so we're creating lower highs, lower lows, and that's not what you want to see. How was everybody's weekend? I never heard anything. What'd you guys do? Anything fun? You guys get out? It is so it has been freezing here in the Houston area, and now we have a massive storm system coming in from the west. It should be here. Let me see if it's. I haven't even looked outside to see if it's raining yet. It started raining last night, and it's supposed to rain for the next 3 days. They've issued a flood warning, a stage 1 flood warning here. Oh, well, it looks like they're saying rain could hold off until 10. So that's good. But it's supposed to rain all day today. Like, we have basically 100% chance of rain from 10 a.m. until about 11 o'clock tonight. And then tomorrow it's another 80% chance. And then Wednesday, 95. And Thursday, back to 60. They're saying 5 to 6 inches of rain over the next 72 hours here. So it's going to be a wet. Thankfully, it's not going to be super cold. They're saying, lows in the 50s. So that's Fahrenheit, lows in the 50s. And so that's better than freezing rain. So I'll take that, not freezing rain. That's cool. That'd be great. I'm probably not going to be able to trade much today. I have a busy day at the real life job at the church that I work at. So I'm probably not going to be able to trade. After I get off the stream here, there probably won't be much more for me to do on the charts. Maybe for power hour in the afternoon, I might be able to get on and scalp a little bit, but I think most of my trading this week will be Tuesday through Friday. So hold on, my dog needs out of the office again. Come on, guys. There you go. It's like they want to be in and then they don't want to be in. Make up your minds. Probably going to go wake up Mom before her alarm goes off, which she'll be super happy about. 6 inches is a lot. I guess the only person that needs to make that factor, that is the deciding factor on that is Ginger, right? What is this outside thing you speak of? I've never heard of it. You got to get out, Cisco. Come on, man. Hey, what are you saying? I'm saying that for 6 inches to be a lot. I think she's the only one that needs to make that determination. Mr. Alfie, what's going on, buddy? Don't like the rejection up here off of that. We were so close to hitting our TP. And we're pulling back here pretty hard. If it does leave behind this fair value gap, that would be nice for us. A nice bullish PD array to work with. Could keep this trade alive. And it did leave the buy side liquidity in place. It didn't run that old high, so you could maybe get a little pop down into this fair value gap here, and then maybe push up a little bit. ES still showing quite a bit of strength there. A new 5-minute candle. Did a little gap up on that 5-minute candle, but that was a pretty heavy rejection off of this fair value gap area right here, and this one as well. Did violate this one, so that's nice. There's one PD array violated. We've changed structure on the 5 minutes. So hopefully we can get a healthy push up. Nice strong 15-minute closure would be good here. I've got 3 kids under 5. So don't they don't get to go out exactly. You're about to enter that stage of life where all they want to do is go out. You're going to get all the vitamin D you can stand. Oh my gosh. Hold on. All right. Anybody else in here doing a futures combine challenge other than John and I? Are we the only futures guys in here? Is everybody else just doing Forex? And I say everyone else like there's 100 of us. There's 6 of us watching. So nice strong finish to the 15-minute candle. Our bespoke account has hit TP, and that puts us at 4.5%. So we need another 0.5% on the bespoke account to get funded with another 10K. So that's cool. The 6 best viewers in the world. Don't you mean the 6 worst viewers? Got to stay with the theme, Cisco. Come on. Or did we break theme already? Did we finish out the theme? Couldn't keep it up any longer. That's what she said. I guess that's what he said. That's not what she said. Opposite day is over if you'd read the chat. But is it? If it starts opposite day, you can't say opposite day. If you say opposite day is over, that means it's not over because it's opposite day. I want to live with you? What is wrong with you? and take lesson every seconds of my life. Oh boy. We have an English barrier happening. I set that one up for John, but he was too slow. All right, we're going to close with a nice little bullish fair value gap right here. So that's kind of nice. The Forex account has already hit its TP, which is interesting. I guess that we were so far away from on the future side getting up there. So, but I'll take it. 4.5%. We're 0.5% away of getting another 10K funded. So that's great news. And this bullish momentum here to the top side is looking good. All right, NQ now finally taken out and making a new all-time high here. So we can take that line off because that's no longer SMT. ES also pushing up strong now again, making new all-time highs. I saw something ICT responded with after yesterday's big move as it cleared into all-time highs. And it was after everything happened. He did not say it before, but basically it was basically his opinion on how do you trade into new all-time highs. Did we just get hit our profits. Winner, winner, chicken dinner all the way around. Let's go 2 for 2 on the scalps today. That takes our express funded account up to $2,300 in profit. So that's now 3 days of $200 profit. So that's good. And that takes our combine almost back up to 4%. So that's good. Recovered a little bit of those losses from earlier. So that's cool. All right, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Love it. That's fantastic. If it's opposite day, agree with Sir Beerson. Sir Beerson, where are you from? And why are you talking to me like this? I'd really like to get this back up closer to 5%. That would be muy bueno. New Caledonia. That's right, New Caledonia. I remember this. I'm French. I remember this now. Yes. New Caledonia. That sounds like the there's a show that my kids used to watch, a movie with Anne Hathaway where she became the princess of, wasn't it New Caledonia or something like that? What was that? I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. It's an older, what's the name of that movie? Anne Hathaway Princess Diaries. What is the name of the town? It's a 2001, so it's pretty old, but it's a coming of age comedy. And the film follows Mia Thermopolis, who's Anne Hathaway, a shy American teenager who learns she is heiress to the throne of a European kingdom. And I want to say it's New Caledonia or something like that. It's some kind of crazy name like that. Genovia. So it's not Caledonia. Genovia. So New Caledonia, Genovia, the Onia. That's what got me. That's what got me. New Caledonia is not in Europe. Nope. I'm just saying it reminded me of that movie. That's right. I remember we had this whole conversation about New Caledonia. Right to the tick on the scalp. Very nice. Right to the tick. Gotta love it. Anybody take these scalps today? Has anybody been using the scalps like I have? Because they've helped me get funded and into profits. They don't work every day, but they work consistently enough. So basically what ICT was saying, and let me get back to that comment, when he was talking about as you trade into new highs, new all-time highs, where there's just uncharted territory, there's no chart data above you to work with, there's no old price action to work with. You're creating new chart data as you work, as you print, as the day goes on, as time goes marches on. So he was saying if it's all-time lows or all-time highs, he goes, you have to just keep, let's say in this case, I think his comment was, if you're trading into all-time highs, you just keep buying PD arrays until they stop working. He goes because the market is going to be crazier longer than you think it will be. It can push higher and harder and further than you think it can go. So just keep buying PD arrays until they stop working, right? So you buy fair value gap, all-time highs. There was no pullback. Here's the first pullback, but you buy it. I mean, you buy the dip. Every time it dips down into a PD array, a order block, or a fair value gap, you buy it. This fair value gap has held up. So you would, this 15-minute, buy it. His advice would be the next PD array, here's your next 15-minute fair value gap, buy it. Until it fails, you just keep buying the bullish PD arrays when you're in all-time highs, because like he said, it can stay hotter and act crazier and go further than your trading logic would assume. Now, will something eventually fail, and will there be a short squeeze? Yeah, absolutely. It's the market. It has to retrace. It has to provide efficient price delivery, right? So there will eventually. So it's either stay out if you don't want to. You stop. Don't try to pick a high, right? So if you don't want to keep buying bullish PD arrays, and for fear of the one you pick is the one that gets burned, then just wait until there's a clear violation, and the short squeeze begins, right? So we're currently on a very heavy market maker buy model where we're just running higher and hotter. So started down here, consolidation, you had your manipulation, and then you've run higher. So now you're going to wait until this blows off steam, wherever it is. Could be today, could be tomorrow, it could be next month. We don't know. This thing could just keep ripping. But then you're going to think it's going to want to come back down and rebalance some of this, especially in the all-time high areas. All of this price action that never was offered to sell side from all-time high area is, you would think at some point this gets retested down here. But when and where, no one knows. No one knows. Let's see. I remember, Mr. Alfie, I got this morning scalp, but missed this last one due to a needy puppy. It's okay. Cisco, I've not been using the scalps, but I might start. So if you're going to use one, use the London 5-minute continuation. It's the most successful at about a 77% win rate. 0.5 R is the target. Now you can experiment and maybe push that out a little bit. But I would keep it at 0.5 R and just be happy. You don't have to, even if you just use it as a little buffer for the day, right? If you just use it as this is going to work 77% of the time. I know it's going to take forever to build up an account that way, but even if you just used it to add a little bit of profit to the day, to say, hey, I'm starting in profit, right? I'm starting with a little bit of profit today, and I can use that as a buffer against the other whatever trading strategy you're going to use, Historic data having bad performance. Oh, beyond 2023. So 2023 was just a fluke year, is what you're saying. And I'm not arguing with you because I haven't tested it, but yeah, I'm gonna ride with it until it consistently fails. And I'm risking very small percentages on it here. Like that express funded account was 0.1.5%. Wasn't even 0.25%, 0.1%, basically. It doesn't have to retest it as long as the market is facilitating trade. The auction will go wherever it needs to, so that trades are facilitated. Yeah, it can like again, when you're in a massive bull run, get out of the way. If you don't want to participate in it, if you don't want to continue to try to find ways to join in, then you should definitely just get out of the way and wait for a clear bearish signal to step in. All right, coming back down into this bullish fair value gap here on euro dollar. If I'm looking at euro dollar, I was looking at some higher time frame PD arrays. So this is the 4-hour fair value gap that so far has been respected. And if I'm looking higher, we have very clean equal highs over from overnight. It did take out this old high, but it didn't really displace through that. This 4-hour bearish fair value gap here is kind of holding price down inside this bullish one. So it's a battle of this fair value gap against this fair value gap. Which one we're getting this just choppiness. We push up and then we push right back down into it. And so far, this one has held price up fairly a lot more than this one has pushed price down. So if I'm thinking that this wants to continue, well, first of all, let's go up to the daily time frame. Daily time frame, bullish fair value gap. We've taken out the sell side liquidity. We've reached back up into this one. These highs, let's say you're targeting and you're bullish on euro dollar. You think the dollar is going to be weak, let's say over the next 3 to 6 weeks. Then this old high is what you're targeting. And this is the PD array you're expecting price to bounce off of and find momentum through. On the 4-hour time frame, I would be interested up here at this order block. There's a fair value gap right here that's lined up with this fair value gap right here. I would be very interested to see. I think I'm going to be more bullish on euro dollar until we get to here. And then from here, we'll just have to see how aggressively price either breaks through and violates this order block and this fair value gap, or if this aggressively starts getting massive displacement to the downside. So I think I'm going to be bullish. You have buy side liquidity built up here, and then you've got this PD array as the drawn liquidity. So I'm going to be slightly bullish on euro dollar here up until we get to this point, and then it's going to be let's wait and see what happens. So could potentially find some buying opportunities here on the euro. Let's see what's going on down here. Came back down into our fair value gap. Well, didn't quite get down into the fair value gap here. It did. I think it did on the Forex side. Yeah, on the Forex side, it did tap into that fair value gap and then push back up. So we'll see. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to set a small little buy stop above on Forex. I'm going to set a buy stop above this 5-minute candle because it hasn't broken there yet. I'm just going to see if we can scalp our last little 0.5%. If we can take out the previous 15-minute high as it left that nice little even liquidity here. If you look on euro dollar, you can see what I'm talking about. So I've got a buy stop set right above here, stop below here, and these relative equal highs up here should potentially clear us out if we can pop back in there. Just got tagged in. Let's see here. If we could get just a little push back above that liquidity, I think that might clear us out for the last little 0.5%. We'll see. New 15-minute candle printing here now. Again, we've tapped into this fair value gap right here. And you would anticipate that this wants to reach back up above this liquidity here. I don't want to see a retest of this fair value. I want to see that push away. That was the only retest we needed on that fair value gap. See what's going on down here. We've got a 1 minute fair value gap here, or 2 minute, sorry, fair value gap right there. 1 minute has a couple. May just be giving back our gains from our scalp. Love to see this 2 minute be respected. Doesn't look like it's going to be. It looks like it wants to get back down into this 15 minute one more time. No real news today for dollar. I think the next news events are coming out on our Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week for economic data. If this closes and violates this, I'll probably just cut this loss early. And we'll just go ahead and kill it right there for 1% loss. We were risking 1.5% on that trade, so we took a 1% loss on that. So back down to basically 3%. So basically just lost our little scalp advantage there that we had, which is fine. All right. In huge. What's we doing here? 15 minute fair value gap. Getting tested and pushed back up. What's up, Goa Bone? I don't ever know how to say that name. Sylvanus or Sylvanus. Ochix, what's up? Well, we just kind of trade either the euro dollar. This is the futures, but I'm using on the Forex side on my other monitor. I've got the actual euro dollar up on the bespoke challenge that we're trading. We've already scalped this twice. We scalped the London in one, we scalped New York in one, and then I just took a small little loss on another, try to get a continuation push up that's currently experiencing failure. I've already cut it. I cut it as it closed through this 2-minute fair value gap. I cut the loss before it got to my full stop loss. So we did trim our losses there a little bit. So it's now showing bearish price action, heavy bearish price action here on euro dollar. Until this 15-minute fair value gap gets violated, if you get a 15-minute closure below here, then you would start targeting these relative equal lows down here. If it violates that, there's your draw on liquidity on the sell side. So I think if you got a 15-minute closure here in the next 9.5 minutes, if the close is below there, my attention would turn to sell side. Yeah, the futures and Forex don't exactly line up. Some of the wicks you're going to get more wick action on Forex above highs and lows that you don't get on the futures. Typically, the Forex is going to be a little bit more aggressive, I guess, in the way it delivers price action, and futures is going to be a little more subdued, typically, when you're talking with on the currency pairs at least. It's been my experience so far. It's just kind of creating a lot of chop here right now. You can see we're moving in a sideways market overall. Nice clear sell side targets though down here. So we'll monitor that. Ooh. So just watching the euro dollar reaction here. Ugh. Nice bearish fair value gaps being created on this displacement down after taking out some of the highs. We didn't take out that high, which is, I guess it did technically tap that high. So did take out some buy side. Now we're getting some displacement away, but this 15-minute fair value gap right here, got about 7 more minutes on it. We'll see if we get an aggressive close back up, a good rejection close back up might be enough to take another stab long there. What's our good friend gold doing? Gold looks very gappy. Are we still on? I need to check the gold, the CME for gold. We are GCG still. Okay, so this is the right contract. We've had 3 weeks of bearish price action. A lot of gappy. Ran the buy side liquidity pushing lower, tapped into this bearish fair value gap was violated. This bullish fair value gap was violated. Now trading back up into it. There's more sideways price action here. Violating the fair value gaps as we head back bullish. This could be a nice little breaker setup here. You're going to have your last hourly up close candle. We run into sell side liquidity, and we're starting to get displacement away from this sell side push. About 4 more minutes here on this 15-minute candle. Well, I'll probably just go here till the top of the hour, guys. And then, like I said, I've got some real life job duties I need to attend to pretty early this morning. So I probably won't be on the charts much for the morning session at all, really. Might be doing some trading this afternoon. I'm very happy with where we're at with the Express funded account. We have met our $200 profit for the day already. So to be eligible for a withdrawal on the Top Step account, you have to have 5 days of $200 profit. So you have to make $200. You have to have 5 days. They do not have to be consecutive, just 5 days total before you're eligible for a withdrawal. So we've been trading since Thursday was our day 1, Friday day 2, and now Monday day 3. And we have already met our $200 profit objective for the day on that. So that's good. So I may not even touch the Express funded account the rest of the day today. But I might maybe this afternoon mess with the combine, the 100K combine we're still working on. So, and this bespoke one is back down 3%. So I might mess with it a little bit more too. We'll just have to see how it goes. Told my wife over the weekend, I'm just trying to stay focused and locked in. We've had a great start to the year, and trading, we all know, can be extremely a crazy business, and so much of it is mental, and I don't want my head and what's going on between my ears to start playing games with me. Just keep doing the same thing I've been doing, and see how long we can keep it up. All right, this hour is closing with a very big rejection candle, but this 15-minute fair value gap is being respected, and it looks like it may even close outside of that fair value gap. We'll see. We got about a minute left. Come in the last 30 seconds here. Did close inside that fair value gap, did respect it, closed above the 50% mark. Didn't close outside of it, but that's still very much a respected fair value gap right there. Into the 8 o'clock hour. Immediately opened and pushed higher. I would expect some sort of bottom wick here. Maybe even just scalp this down to a bottom wick. So in there at 08939. And just going to scalp this down to a bottom wick area here, just a quick little scalp. Got a 3-minute fair value gap we're working off of. And let me get ready. There it is. And right. Still hasn't put in a lower wick. I'm just watching. As soon as it puts in a lower wick, I will close that out. Right there. And we're out. And we're back to 3.5% profit. So that was just a quick little scalp into a bottom wick. When you see price open and push up really hard and not drop lower, you can. It doesn't. I mean, there's no reason that's going to work every time. But that was easy. That was a very quick, easy little scalp. As you see price push up, you expect it to come put in a bottom wick. It may move a lot lower than that, but you certainly can expect from the open, it pushes up, gives you a high. So you're going to expect a low at some point, and you know it's going to be below the open. So you could scalp as it pushes up aggressively on the open. You could scalp down to a bottom wick like we just did and pull out 0.5%. So that's good. It's back in profit for the day on the bespoke account. I'll take it. All right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there for the day. So thank you for tuning in again. We'll be back again tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern New York time. Hope you guys stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Be patient on the charts. Know your setups. Know what you're looking for. Know what your strategies are. Don't just point, click, and pray, as John likes to say. No point, click, and praise. Have a reason and have a strategy and know what they are very clearly. All right. I will update everyone on where we stand on all the accounts at the end of the day today. So stay safe, happy hunting, and we will catch y'all tomorrow. Adios, guys.